If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars and Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So TCU's offense will take the field first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
To the air, it's Hoover. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle. It's McAllister. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, TCU! Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they line up the scoreboard covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the BYU Cougars offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's caught. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
This BYU offense set up with another first down. He'll keep it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the back. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A strike downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Grab behind the line, it's Barnes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gets it out quickly. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Trying to get the corner. Finding open areas. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
3rd and short, just what the doctor ordered. Toss play, good job up front by the offensive line, getting a bit of a push, and they get the first down.
BYU with the 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. Hard running there. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield. It's Martin. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
BYU has this offense clicking. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. The short hands, it's Martin. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Makes the grab. It's Ryan. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Ryan. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Off to a good start. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Snags it down the right side. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you start a game in the first quarter and you show me I will run my quarterback like you did here, it makes me defend the whole field. It makes me a lot more nervous. You can tell this quarterback will be a threat throughout this football game.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, lack of concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do every single day in practice. In your sleep, that's a bad break for the offense early.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Big fella moving. Give him 6. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Back to the ground game on the left. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Got a man. It's Hagan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Spockmeyer. The screen, he can go. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. With the catch, it's McAllister. Still running at the 40. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got an open man. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give on the option. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Makes the grab. It's Roberts. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They'll go with a direct snap. And BYU will get the 1st down. Kalani Sitake got this Cougar program back in the national spotlight last season. 11 wins, and boy, did they do a great job in finishing off close games.
And boy, are they fun to watch. You talk about close games. Yes, they won those, but fake punts, fake field goals, going for it on 4th down, like BYU's brand of football, Palmer, is always entertaining.
It's always entertaining. I remember a little while ago, people were wondering how they were going to fare in the Big 12, but they've proven that they can compete for a conference championship, and who knows this year, maybe take the next step to the CFP.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Got it in the middle. It's Hagan. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Bachmeier. That's caught. It's Martin. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
That's caught. It's Hagan. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Bachmeier. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bachmeier. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical 3rd down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. 3rd down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
Spins away from the defense. Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Here comes the heat. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Gives it on the option. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Makes the grab, and he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Oh, he makes the catch. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Motion from the wide receiver. On the move, it's Payne. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
And the Horned Frogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Got it in the middle, it's McAllister. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Oh, they're after him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
Off play action. This time he's got it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Got it set up on the outside. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Kick is in the air. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Running to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bailey. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Shows him the stiff arm. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. They've been steamrolled so far in this 1st half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously, getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Got him downfield. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Snagged in the middle, it's Ryan. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Pulls it in. It's Bachmeier. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Ryan. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Catch in the middle, it's Hagan. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
So now it's second and long. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Got his man quickly. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Martin.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
He's looking deep. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. He'll do it himself. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football. Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pollard.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Are forced to settle for 3.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. He's got it down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, break out the oxygen tanks. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Cougars. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. The snap sets up the throw. They'll get the 2-point conversion, and now the lead is 14. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll return it. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And BYU will get the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
BYU with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
They'll try the run. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Buckmeyer. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Good, right down the boulevard.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Leaves it with the running back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Might as well give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Hoover. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Complete in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Got the first down. Looking for more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The RPO, it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
The Horned Frogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The play-action fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the punishment has been extended. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch. It's Hagan. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Immediately fires to the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Martin. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab past the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Looking for a man. It's Bachmeyer. Makes the catch. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He wants to throw it again. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Gonna run it. It's Payne. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
He'll pull it on the read. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
From the shotgun, the inside give. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Finds the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, Reese, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been awful, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
He'll keep it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Quarterback on the keeper. Slithers into space. Makes it past the marker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now and flashing that on the option play? There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Gonna run it. It's Martin. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. And he just flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Bachmeier. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Pocket breaking down. He'll try to do it himself. First down and more. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in. It's Martin. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
To the air, it's Hoover. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Payne. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect... Oh, he's got some space! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Martin. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position, they located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Got a man, it's Bachmeier. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. It'll be 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Caught close to the marker. It's McAllister. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun. The running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.